turn in your redact, we can make arrangements to do a phone interview if you say that you're not allowed to be in the building. But there is not a court order that would refuse you from answering our questions. So if you are more comfortable doing a phone interview, I can give you a phone interview, and then you can leave the building. And then you can also... What?
Hi, but there are so many other issues here because you are breaching my privacy also. So that doesn't solve the problem, does it?
She's only required to deal with the programs that we offer here.
Do you want to? Okay, the first thing I want to do is let me see your whole computer file on me. Can I see it? Okay. Because you've been breaching my privacy. So you came here to lie to me. You came here to tell me she's doing something here. I want to see my whole file. Can I see my whole file?
For what program?
For every single program you have in the system. Can you check under my name and my whatever numbers you have, every single file, because you have been breaching my privacy.
Who is we?
Your office. I listed the issues here, but I'm not going to really talk about it because I don't want any issues with the other issues. So those two conflict. So the phone issue doesn't solve it. And so if you read it, this is more than a no trespass order. This is also your office breaching my privacy. So if you're trying to get information from me, then you're handing it over to somebody else who is unauthorized. I showed you here how you passed on information. Can you look at it? But you don't want to look at it. Okay. Can I look at my file? Do I have a right to see my file?
It depends.
It depends. So then I think my answer also, it depends. Would that be right?
Okay.
That's fair.
But pertaining to your immediate needs now.
That's the
programs that you're here for today.
That's the immediate need.
Stamps and cash assistance. And with these programs, every so often we have to get updated information about those programs. Now, pertaining to just those two, we want to deal with that so that doesn't close. That's why she's here today with you. We want to be able to get information so that these programs do not close. Because we don't have...
Can I see my full file?
Your full file, we will get back to you about that. Because we don't have a physical folder anymore.
Can I see it on the monitor?
On the monitor? What do you want to see on the monitor?
I want to see my entire file.
You can show him,
I want to see all my contacts, both the accounts, the TDAP as well, starting from whenever I first had contact with your office.
Okay.
Is that the only files you can access?
This is the file we have on about you, your home address.
Okay.
You can hit that.
Okay.
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 Saying that you have cash assistance.
Okay.
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 Food stamps.
Right. Does it show each transaction date when I had contact with your office and what happened?
And this, basically just your data.
But once again, you're lying. Because there's a lie. Where is the rest of the information? Every contact you had with me, where is that information?
Every contact?
Yes. In the first place, you said you would have to think about it, and now you're showing me just like a bare bone screen.
No, because
I want to see I want to see all the background, all the notes. You don't have the physical folder.
No, we don't.
But you just said it's in the computer.
But we just showed it to you.
You showed me just my name and my address, which I know what they are. I want to know the information that the notes that you have been making.
Maybe we need to get back to him.
Right. So, but I do want to hold you responsible for this letter, so people know that you have it. And you do know I'm making an audio recording as well, and it's allowed under Maryland law since you are a government official. I can do that. So I do have an audio recording that I did bring this information to you, and you're going to be held responsible for this information. So I want you to read it so you can help me, because I'm asking for things that I need right now, and you're talking about some other things, which I don't. Can you see what it says right there? What does that say in the bold print? Can you read that?
You can read it, sir.
Okay. In the bold print it says, I have an emergency medical condition as defined by federal law. I need these items today. And I don't believe that whatever you offered up is going to solve that problem. And part of the problem problem is you breached my privacy so many different times. You've been sending my information to other agencies, and they've been contacting me, trying to get more information. The first thing I wanted to know from your office is, I came to your office in April 2013. Somebody sent me an application for PAC, which used to be like the precursor to the for Medicaid, right? Okay, so if we can look at that issue by itself, and then we can see what the problem is. And when I asked somebody why they sent the application, nobody could answer why the application came. But I can explain it to you why the application came, and it's explained in here. And why could your office? Isn't there a law that you're not supposed to send papers out to people unless it's part of the program that you're in, or somebody called for it?
Some of the agencies are connected, like Social Security.
No. Somebody called here, tried to gain access to my file, and because the envelope which came to me is addressed last name first. So obviously somebody called in, they wanted to check my file, they gave my last name first, and that's how the envelope was mailed out. But who would send a PAC application to me unsolicited? And they charged like $120 in the mail to send it out. So I came to your office and I asked your office. They go, I don't know. What does that mean, I don't know?
When did you come to inquire about that?
Within a couple of days. Within a couple
2013?
Exactly, in April 2013. And you can see why I got that application. And it's going to take me a long time to explain it. But it's right in here. And so when I came to your office, if your office sent me an application, and even though I showed them the copy showing it's coming from here, the first thing the person said is, oh, maybe it's from Baltimore. Somebody sent it from Baltimore. How can they be from Baltimore if it's a handwritten envelope with your return address on it? So obviously it came from here, and the first thing your employee wanted to do is lie. So I explained it in here why that application came. And there's several other things going on too, with people calling in from different offices and claiming they have my SSI or whatever and my Social Security information. So I also want to resolve the problem with Social Security. Why is it they won't give me my hearing?
Social Security.
Right, that directly connects to this.
Social Security, that you would have to take up with that office.
But isn't that what the TDAP program is?
TDAP is cash assistance that's offered to individuals while they're waiting
for Social Security, so you're directly connected. And of course, the mail-in I think we're getting too deep in here, but I think the mail-in disability, what do you call it? DDS, Disability Determination Service. That's the state agency, right? Right.
Yes.
And they work with Social Security, and they're the primary people who make the. So we know that Social Security.
Have you attempted to address that with Social Security about the hearing? Because if you
let me tell you how you all do your work. Okay. And so the lies have gotten so bad. When I call, here's the problem. Because I'm sick, I spent 2 months not only doing that stuff and harming myself, making, just to put together 150 pages for Social Security for the hearing office, right? With the evidence and with all the information, 150 pages. It took me 2 months to put everything together, and I send it because they're supposed to have that stuff for me for the hearing. Before my hearing, they're supposed to have that information, and it has some requests for subpoenas and documents, which that's part of the rule. They're supposed to do that. So they're supposed to do that for my hearing. So I send it out. I send it by priority mail. So I got a confirmation. It says they received it. When I called them, they lied and said they did not receive it. Okay, so after that, the person who answered the phone, she never gave her name. I kept asking her. Now, you're talking about them being another agency. Well, she's not a private person. She's supposed to give me her name. So she didn't give me a name, and she passed me through somebody else's voicemail named Nicole. And now, I know very well, at the hearing office, there's no confusion about any kind of broad it's not like the regular Social Security office. All they do is one thing, the hearings. So it's all about getting people to the hearing and whatever things they're supposed to have before the hearing. So you want 150 pages of evidence submitted, you have a right to get it in before the hearing. You want subpoenas and asking some doctors for documents, you have a right to get that in. So I got all that in. And after 2 months, I sent it in. And they set it aside. I can explain to you why they didn't input it. They were supposed to input it, and so they didn't give me my hearing, what I'm supposed to have. I was supposed to have a hearing. A hearing is not just coming and showing up. It's whatever things you get with the hearing. You have a right to build your case before you show up there. So she wouldn't give me the phone. I mean, she wouldn't give me her name. So I asked her so many times. Of course, I do record everything. So I have all the lights on, so I will be sticking it all up on YouTube soon too, as well. So she didn't give me her name. She transferred me to someone named Nicole, and then it was just like a voicemail. I left 8 different voicemails at 8 different times saying, I send you my things, it's there, I want you to input it, and in the meantime, give me a continuance. Because that's the typical thing they do in their office.
Which office did you go to?
The Washington, D.C. office.
The Social Security office in Washington, D.C.
The hearing office.
Yeah.
To the hearing office, they do just hearings. So
right.
They don't have any confusion. When someone says they want a continuance, it's not like going to the main source again, because they have all different programs going on there. So it's simple stuff for them. So I did go, and so what Nicole said is, and this is the problem, how she lied when she called back. And I called 8 times, and one of the times she actually picked up the phone. And then when she heard my voice, she hung up the phone. Then she calls back and leaves a message saying, I was struggling to find your name and number. I heard the call come in, but I didn't understand anything you said. If she didn't understand anything I said, how did she find my name and number? And then also, because I did point out that she hung up the phone, she says also on the message that I was having, my phone wasn't working. So if she didn't hear the message, me asking for a continuance and me telling them they threw my stuff away, how did they hear the part about me saying that their phone wasn't working? So, and this is a big pattern of lies, and I'm not going to narrow it down to this one particular thing. I want to hold Maryland government, Montgomery County government, and in a little bit Social Security as well. But it's mainly the problem started here, right? The problem started here with
so can you explain to her for a minute, please?